in a matter of moments. It's kind of tough to do, isn't it? Well, last night, I have a story. I've changed completely what I was going to preach today because last night something amazing happened. And it happened right here. And I'm really sorry that Danielle isn't here this morning because this has a lot to do with Danielle. I get an email saying that we had a door open, wide open, left open. And that was from Jim. So he then emailed me back and said, well, I can't get the door locked, but I've closed the door. So I called Danielle, and she came down to check it out, and she managed to get the door closed. But by the time she got here, she had a surprise waiting her. There was a man sleeping on our doorstep. And so she talked to him, and he said he's walking from New York to California. He is a struggling actor, but he's finding the place to sleep which is safe on church doorsteps. He had the clothes on his back, so Danielle gave him food. Danielle went home and came back with a blanket. And by the time she returned, he was asleep, and she placed the blanket over him. He had said to her that he would be gone by 5 this morning and be on his way. But I truly believe we had Christ in our midst. If we pay attention and look around us, we see resurrection every single day. We just have to pay attention. And if we really pay attention, we will see the face of Christ in every person we meet. That is what we're celebrating. We are celebrating resurrection and new life. That happens in so many amazing ways. And it happened here last night. You know, here I'm calling Danielle. I live a good 20, 25 minutes from here, and she lives 3 minutes down the road. Thank God for Danielle. I give thanks for her and for seeing the face of Christ in someone right on our doorstep. I said, well, invite him to breakfast. Well, he'll be gone by then. But we each have an opportunity to meet Christ. The question is, will we recognize him or her wherever we may be? That is resurrection. That is Easter. Christ is risen. Christ is risen indeed. It is a time to rejoice with everything in our being because Christ is alive in you and in Danielle and in this struggling actor and in me. Thanks be to God. few stragglers. Come on up, join us. We don't bite much. There's something that's all over this room. Did you find something all over the room? Butterflies. Has everybody found a butterfly? Yes, they're everywhere. It's like they all hatched last night. What do you think? Well, do you remember where butterflies come from? Caterpillars. And what does the caterpillar then do? Go in a chrysalis. Wow. I'm impressed. Smart kids. You know what? When I was a kid, we called them cocoons. I guess you're right. It is a chrysalis if we're being really picky, right? But they wrap themselves in a chrysalis or a cocoon, and then when they emerge, there's something completely different, right? A butterfly. That's kind of what we're celebrating today. Well, not exactly butterflies, but kind of like butterflies, because you know how when a butterfly starts out as a caterpillar, it becomes something completely different, right?
Yep.
Well, this weekend with Easter, what we're celebrating is that Jesus died, and then on the third day, he rose. And we call that resurrection. And it's kind of like the butterfly. It's something new. It's something different. It's kind of a way to help you understand what it is we're celebrating. Because when Jesus is raised, when we call it resurrection, he becomes something completely different for all of us. So that all of us can celebrate Jesus the same way. Okay? So it's kind of like Jesus spent 3 days in a chrysalis, and now Jesus is something new and amazing. But he's not exactly a butterfly, but kind of like that. It's kind of a symbol to help us remember new life. Can you remember new life? That is what we're celebrating. Okay? After church, I know there's something very, very special in store for you. What? Easter egg hunt has nothing to do with Jesus and resurrection. But you're going to have a good time anyways. I know some of you had surprise visits at your house or Nana's house or wherever. So you can tell me about that later. But will you pray with me for a minute before you take off to go to Sunday school? Jesus, we give you thanks for all of the symbols of new life that are bursting forth in front of us. The spring flowers, the buds on the trees, and even the new butterflies that will be springing forth in the weeks and days to come. We give you thanks for new life all around us, and we give you thanks for your new life. Amen.